Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play HOI4 Kaiserreich Papal States. Let us continue on from where we last left off. So, we've extended our military, I think, a decent amount. We have 5 divisions now, which is significantly better than where we started off with. We will be getting 3 more soon once we actually do army reorganization. I mean, the land forts for Latin perimeter would be nice to get. Combined arms, I think, is essentially worthless for us. Let me see. Like, does the Air Force do anything other than just give us research bonuses? The 2 anti-air guns? Not bad. The Marine focus. Yeah, but you don't really give us anything super great. Some land doctrine stuff. I mean, our Navy isn't that powerful. Our Navy is not enough to withstand, say, the French or Italy. Or really anybody at this point. The Spanish Civil War still looks like it's going to be a, not a stalemate. It looks like it's, I don't know who's going to win. That's what I'm trying to say. Japan has invaded the Philippines. I think that's okay. Doesn't affect us too much. And yeah, the socialists have definitely lost the war. Once they lose Petrograd, that is essentially just going to be it. And they're just kind of all spread out and around. So, I mean, that's good for us. That's one less country that'll actually end up joining the Internationale. And we want to eliminate those, limit that as much as we possibly can. I mean, Norway, we already checked Sweden. Like, Sweden did not go for, the coalition, so they cannot go syndicalist. And the syndicalists didn't win here. They've gone for the just the Social Democrats. So they're both free of, the Internationale. They're not gonna join that faction. Joining the Reichspakt or the Entente is quite possible. What did Ireland do? Ancestral ties. They haven't really done much of anything quite yet. At least they haven't joined a faction. That's kind of what I mean. We still got the Swiss state. Black spot of Europe. Will you? Government's been secured. I don't believe you are going to declare war on the French. Like, you might once the Second World War begins. It'll be nice, like, having France or Italy just kind of smash their head into Switzerland forever. Does benefit us. Oh, Canada now is at war with the CSA. Fantastic. So that is going to be a pretty large front for them not to fight on. New England isn't in the war quite yet, but I'm sure they will be joining up soon. And after that, I wouldn't be surprised if the United States join up with the Entente. Which, of course, would be nice for us. Because, the United States has a pretty big navy. And a pretty large manpower pool that they can hopefully use to land on the beaches of France. Take over the country, and then we can have a nice victory. Romania and Bulgaria are still fighting their war. Who's going to win? Not too sure. Russia's trying to increase ties with Russia. Bulgaria's trying to increase ties with Russia, I should say. So we'll see what exactly they do. And again, I don't think they have any... They don't have any fortifications on our border quite yet. You are, of course, are sending volunteers to every single country that can join the Internationale. Not surprising. I'm pretty sure they all are. Yeah, they're all sending volunteers all over the place. Argentina's looking like they're doing a pretty good job. We are hoping that they could win the war against Chile, because we don't want syndicalists anywhere. Captains of Industry. Now let's go down to Men of Rome. We only have 4 more focuses until we're actually independent, which is 280 days. Which is, how many months is that? That is 9 months, I think. And we have about 12 months until the war begins with the French. I mean, of course, Italy could do the focus here. But the AI doesn't know that it's supposed to focus on doing like military buildup and then focus on doing what's the other one? Cement congressional or chairman power. which is these ones down here. So the AI just, it doesn't really focus on trying to reconquer Italy, which would actually it'd be pretty easy for them to do. And I think these guys up here don't get anything done. Lombard Republic, becoming a duchy. Like, can you join the Austrians? Or is Austria just kind of forever not going to be involved with the war to come? And that might be the case. Going for the New Republic. Yeah, no, I don't see anything in here for joining Austria. Back to the Balkan status quo. Yeah, I don't actually think they can do so. Maybe Austria has some sort of a thing they can do to invite them into the faction, but it's sad because I really would like just one more front line with the SRI, with the Austrians on it. Will definitely help us out. Somehow Argentina lost. I don't know how that happened, but okay. Declaration of Argentine Commune. Not ideal. How did they win the war? It really looks like they were losing pretty badly, if you ask me. 211 artillery pieces. I think we can now change our militias over to regular infantry. No, wait, we don't have enough manpower. We need an extra 2,000. So I can switch one of you over right now. But not both. And Chile joined the International. Unfortunate for us. By the way, if I was to put artillery, do we have enough pieces for all of them? Yes, we do. We'll save that. Luckily, didn't make anybody green here. We just don't have the manpower necessary to train up a new division. Because right now we have 2%. 2.1. Our cap is at 6.5. And I could easily make that 7.5. I mean, I could do that actually right now. Limited conscription. And we have 10% war supports. We can do that. Yeah, we can do that now. Because I still think we'll be able to get to Chief of Defense before we're at war. The question is, like, what faction are we going to end up joining? We have two sissies over here. I feel like they normally join the Reichspakt. But it might be better off for them to join the Entente. Because I think the Reichspakt isn't going to send troops to Italy the same way that the Entente would. Just because the Entente doesn't actually have a border with the Internationale to begin with. Counting many of you, 12 to 27. Right now we have 5. We can easily get that up to 8. Which, of course, is like nowhere near the amount of troops that Italy has. But it's still 4 to 1. Significantly better than the 1 to 24 would have started off as. 26 days. The recovery rate in the organization plus 10% is pretty good. And after that, I mean, fulfill campaign promises. Stability is nice. For some reason, we lose popularity for doing that. Expanding the ports isn't, like, horrible. Norway joining the Entente, fantastic. I mean, getting the artillery to be cheaper would be nice. Air bases are meaningless. The research slot, actually 2 research slots. Not bad, but by the time I think you get the Papal States to be considered a major, you probably don't need the extra research slot. Okay, yeah, so I know our manpower is low. And you've declared war on Ireland. Okay. I think that's bad for us, because having the Internationale be at war changes what the AI will do. Like, the AI is probably going to mobilize much faster now than it would do so otherwise. But you're not going to join the Internationale. And unfortunately, there's nothing I can do to... Like, I can't justify a war because we don't have enough world tension. Also, you know, I'm not independent. How many men do you guys have? 6 and 9. Like, Britain could easily defeat the Irish. Like, without much problem. If they can end up landing troops on the island, which is typically where the AI has the problem, is actually getting troops to go there. Okay, so there is a civil war in South Africa. And the islands seem like they're doing a pretty good job. Okay, so Men of Rome. Yeah, let's just go Legionary Spirit. And after that... And you know, I'm thinking, well, okay, Brazil joined the Reichspakt. That's good for us, so that's going to create a good front line in South America that hopefully Brazil can easily win. But if you've lost Washington... I mean, you've almost lost Detroit. You're losing Minnesota. I think this is like the Seattle Revolt. But that should be crushed pretty easily. Like, the CSA... I don't think has a chance. Because a two-way civil war is very favored for the federal government. That's going to make it very difficult for the CSA to actually pull off a win there. By the way, like, could you not have troops on my border? Just, like, leave. If you could do that, I would be very happy. I mean, eventually we'll have enough manpower to get this guy. Like, how much manpower do you actually need right now? I do see that a lot of these guys are green. If I was to switch you over, you need another 4,000 manpower. Okay. For right now, just train up. At least not until these guys are not green anymore. Because we don't want to be taking a negative 25% penalty in combat for no reason. Will we train them all the way up to veteran? I mean, we actually have the equipment. I don't see actually a reason not to. Like, we have more equipment than we actually need. But how much do you actually get? 1.3%. I mean, that's actually only 3 months. 3 months and you should be a max level. Which I think is pretty good. That's going to be a plus 25% for... Is it for every stat? Does every stat go up by 25%? Which seems good to me. And you're almost halfway done. How many men do you guys have? You have 14 divisions. Most of them are infantry. Do I know what these guys are? 9 infantry battalions. Okay, so apparently with like no support. So your infantry are not that good. Yeah, like your troops are actually kind of bad. Having 14 is nice. But even that's actually like not even 3 times more than I do. And once I get my extra 3 event spawn divisions, it's gonna be almost like 2 to 1. Which could be a lot worse. Let's go... Construction speed? No, not construction speed. Definitely not excavation. 1940 is like over a year from now, so we probably don't want you. You know what? Just go for these upgrades that just give us a some flat boost without having to build anything. Because again, Rome's industry kind of sucks. It's very small. 10% experience. You're seeing like 1.34. This should only take you about... What would that be? Not 33 days. Probably just over 50 days. To get you to where you need. Or 66 days. It's some number. This is November. We've already got you done. Receive critical hit. Or just some flat... Actually, what kind of ships do we have? Submarines, destroyers, and fast... We have 1 fast battleship. Carrier dread... fast battleship. Was it crew? Okay, I already forgot. Destroyers. Submarines are kind of usually its own different thing. Okay, so we are getting a boost for destroyers here. Do you only... This only improves 1 of our ships. mean, getting a destroyer would be nice, but that's all the way down at the very end. Fleet speed when retreating is not bad. I mean, do we have a torpedo boost? Yeah, give me the 20% boost for torpedo damage. 179 days. It's a while, but what can you do? Oh, you're also getting army experience. We're actually almost at 100. So we can probably get like maybe one more land doctrine before the war actually begins. Because you're at 97. We're getting 0.9 a day. So that's 2 more days. Yeah, so that should be ready by tomorrow. We get enough army experience for another doctrine. But are we actually close to another research? Yeah, 26 days. Okay. Not too bad. I'm thinking. I mean, how much equipment are we losing? Probably not a lot, because the reliability, I think, is pretty good for these guys. Also, Greece joined the Reichspakt. I don't know if I've ever seen Greece join the Reichspakt, actually. Can Greece actually go to war with Bulgaria? While, they can't. Like, we played as Greece. Battle of Macedonia. Yeah, no, they can do it. They can declare war on Bulgaria as well. And with the backing of the Reichspakt, could be pretty strong for you. But other than that, I don't know. Like Romania. Romania can also join the Reichspakt, but I don't know if they're going to do it or not. And Greece, if you want your territory from Bulgaria, you're going to have to act fast. Because Bulgaria tends to actually join the Reichspakt. But I mean, Bulgaria could also join the Austrian Empire, which could then make Greece clear war in Bulgaria, and then have Austria and Germany be at war. That is theoretically possible this campaign. Will it happen? I'm leaning more towards no, but it is possible. I do believe Bulgaria has to not be at war, though. Yes, we've got Legionary Spirits. Then we just got to get our agriculture up. The Tsar has been restored under Vladimir III. Okay. We'll see what their plan is going to be. Probably invade a bunch of territory, would be my guess. Yes, we cannot declare independence quite yet. Monofall must be true, Legionary Spirit. And not dealing with Black Monday. All owned states are also currently controlled. Yeah, that's free. That's fair. Stability's gonna go down a little bit, but that's okay. Gets event to Sicily refuses. So, we'll see how that goes for us. We now have our better rifles. It's gonna take a while for us to actually get everything we need, but we should still be okay. And now what do we need? Get the land doctrine. We have our boost for max planning. What we really want is the 10% defense and 10 organization. But unfortunately, we can't get there quite yet. So that's just 174 days. Let's like creep our way in that direction. I mean, I'm kind of fine if we end up at war with a 2 Sicilies. Because if we win that war, we would have all this territory to the south just kind of belong to us, which would be nice. It is going to take a while, though. I'm thinking, like, it'd be 100 political power. If we were to do this, be 70. Yeah, we would just barely have enough. Yeah, so as soon as we get both these focuses done, I think we'll be at around 100 on the dot. We'll probably be... No, because we're getting 0.89. We're not getting 1. Yeah, so it should be done almost exactly on time. Which would be nice. How many more days do you have until you're trained up? 1.3, so it's going to take not too long. Not too long at all. Probably by the... like a week from now, roughly. And we should be good. We'll have some pretty decent troops. Yeah, 1325. Right now we see 2, 4. Well, we saw 8. We saw 8 divisions out of... So we saw at least a third of the army on our border. The rest of them are probably up here on the Italian front. Probably also against France as well, just because they're not in the same faction as each other. Okay, so Britain did manage to land in Ireland. So Ireland is basically dead. Unfortunate, because we would have liked the Ireland to exist and be like some sort of staging ground for an invasion of England when the time came. So what else is going on? So Japan invaded the Philippines, taking over that territory. Wouldn't be surprised if they started invading China sooner rather than later. Yeah, so the Prince Federation probably is going to get murdered by their neighbors to their south. See how that goes. Middle Africa. Are you both in the Internationale? Yes. Yeah, the CSA is definitely on the losing side, which is wonderful for us. I don't think we even have mine. Do we have mine laying even? We do have it. We can start laying mines. But you can only lay mines when you're at war. Okay, well, I was hoping that we could just start laying mines now, and then when we're at war, we'd be solid. So I'm thinking, I mean, usually the Entente has a pretty solid control of the Mediterranean, and we'll get a battle for Macedonia. Okay, so they actually are going to invade Bulgaria. We'll see how that works out. I mean, you also got Romania as well. If Bulgaria can actually kill Romania first, that leads to a pretty strong Reichspakt. So yeah, we want a dead Romania so we can have a dead Bulgaria. And also to give the Reichspakt another front line by Ukraine over here. I think it would also lead to a situation where Germany is going to probably start mobilizing a lot more because they're going to be officially at war with Bulgaria sooner rather than later, and this is going to be done in 2 weeks. Okay. I mean, war is on the horizon for sure. CNT's been cut in half. I think they're gonna. I still think the Kingdom of Spain's going to end up winning if they join the Reichspakt. All the power to them. In fact, I'm thinking like we'll join the Reichspakt again if we have the choice. I'm not too sure what our choices are actually going to be, but I do think this is going to be a good time for us to end this episode. So thanks everybody for watching my video. If you enjoyed, give it a thumbs up. Not enjoying, you can always thumbs down. You want to see me, subscribe, and goodbye.